What's up, you guys? It's Isaac Cook with a chance here back for my next Transformers toy video review. And today, we're going to be looking at the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Soundwave from Transformers the Movie. So for the package, you got this very cool open window to showcase the Soundwave right inside. You get an artwork image of Soundwave in its robot mode, as well as you have Ravage on the bottom and Laserbeak up top. And you get his 28 steps right about here. You get his name, Soundwave, next to the Decepticon logo, as well as you have Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, and Ravage next to their Decepticon logos. There's the Transformers Studio Series text logo there. They are from Transformers the Movie, and they were made by Hasbro. On the side, you get another image of Soundwave, and you get an image of the Autobot symbol with the Transformers Studio Series logo. For the back of the box, you get Soundwave in his robot mode, his cassette player mode, and he transforms in 28 steps. And we have a little bio here which says, Soundwave sends his cassette troops on a spy mission, which is true and which he does in the movie. So for the package of Soundwave, that's about it. So let me get him out here, see how awesome and G1 animated accurate he actually is. So here's Soundwave open up in his package and also in his cassette player mode. And the cassette player mode here looks amazing. But I think there's like one or two things about the cassette player mode that could have used a little bit more work. But overall, I think the cassette player mode looks well accurate. So as we take a look at the color scheme for his alt mode, he does come with the blue, yellow, and silver. So we're going to start off with is the blue. The blue color scheme here, the plastic blue color scheme here looks absolutely fantastic. It feels more solid, it feels more dense, and also everything for the blue color scheme stays on perfectly well. And also the blue color scheme is also polished on here perfectly well. And also the plastic blue here does have some amazing sculpted detail that's integrated on here perfectly well. And he does have this yellow lined up rectangle section here for the clear plastic component here. He does have the Decepticon symbol slapping is centered. Excuse me. And he does have these two yellow pieces for these two sections on each side. And he does come with this metallic gunmetal silver for these two sections with these two sculpted details on each side. Excuse me. And he does have the letter R and L on each side for these two square sections here on each side. And what's really interesting about the alt mode is he does have these 5 buttons for the bottom section. He does have the play button, rewind, fast forward, record, and the stop button for the bottom section. And another interesting thing that he comes with is this button. Excuse me. Is this button that actually opens up this section here. And this will become the chest unit when we get him into robot mode. And with the clear plastic here, it would be interesting if it was painted blue, like in this light blue color scheme like it was in the G1 cartoon, but instead they decided to go with a clear plastic component for the front section here. But like I said, it would be interesting if it was painted light blue instead of them using like a clear plastic component. But overall, the front section here looks amazing and well G1 accurate to his alt mode from the G1 animated series. And as we swing around the back section here looks fine, but the back section here does have some amazing sculpted details. My only issue with the back section is this is this bottom gap section here, which is my only issue. I really wish they found a way to actually cover this up and also hide this, but instead they went with this. They actually went with this instead. But for the back section here, looks all right. But what's really interesting is the back section does have the blue, the silver, the blue and the silver or the off-white color scheme, and also these two red line sections here on each side. And the back section here looks alright, but it does have some amazing sculpted details, but it's the bottom section that felt a little bit like a lackluster. But like I said, the back section here looks alright. And for this side and this side, he does have the blue, the silver, and the yellow for each side of the alt mode, and also this side and this side does have some amazing details, and also some amazing and does have some amazing sculpted components on each side. But for the rest of the cassette player mode, I think they really knocked it out of the park with the cassette player mode. But overall, there was like one or two things about the cassette player mode that could use a little bit more work. But the rest of the cassette player mode here, it looks a lot more accurate to his alt mode from the G1 animated series. Excuse me. And he does come with a few accessories. He does come with his ion blaster and his shoulder cannon for his robot mode. And he comes with his cassette troops. He does come with Ravage, Buzzsaw, and Laserbeak. And Laserbeak and Buzzsaw and Ravage also come with their own accessories as well. And what's really interesting about these cassette tapes here, you can actually put them in here. So what you want to do is you want to push this button down just like so. So we're going to start off with is Laserbeak. So what you want to do is you want to take this, the cassette tape here, and you want to just slide it into place, and you want to close this, and you want to close this this section back up. So there you have it. And with Buzzsaw, it's the same thing. So you want to just slide that into place, and you want to just close that back up. And last but definitely not least is Ravage. So you want to just slide him in and close that back up as well once again. So I think that's pretty much it for that. But with these cassette tapes here, of Laserbeak, Ravage, and Buzzsaw here, I think the cassette tape modes of their alt modes look fantastic. So if you want to get them into transformation, we're gonna start off with is Ravage. So first, what you want to do is you want to take this side of the head, and you want to straighten it forward. Do the same thing on the opposite side. You want to take this arm section. You want to take this arm section and just straighten them out just like so. And you want to rotate the body 180, and you want to just take the shoulder sections, and you want to just straighten them back and straighten down the arm sections just like that. And you want to come around the back section here, and you want to take the legs and straighten them out just like so. And you want to rotate the legs down just like that. And you want to take this accessory here for Ravage, and this peg will come right here to the slot. So you want to just slot that into place just like that. And there you have it. You have Ravage in his robot mode. Excuse me. And with Laserbeak, so with Laserbeak here, what you want to do is you want to take this head section here, and you want to just rotate it out, straighten out the head, and you want to just straighten out the wing sections just like so. You want to straighten down the legs just like that. And you want to take both of the wings and you want to just rotate them back just like that. Excuse me. And you want to take Laserbeak's accessory and these two pegs will come here to these two slots. So what you want to do is you want to just peg that into place just like, hold on a second, there we go. And there you have it. You have Laserbeak in his robot mode. And last but definitely not least is Buzzsaw. So what you want to do is you want to just take this head section here, rotate it out, straighten out the head, and you want to take the wings. You want to take the wing section here, and this wing section here, you want to just rotate it out, take the legs, and just rotate them down, and you want to just take both of the wings, and you want to just rotate them back just like that. And you want to take his accessory, and these two pegs will come here to these two slots. So you want to just peg all of that into place just like that. And there you have it. There you have Buzzsaw in his robot mode, as well as you have Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, and Ravage in both of their robot modes. And he does come with his menu. And hold on a second. There we go. And he comes with his instructions. So it's up to you if you want to put him in his robot mode or his cassette player mode, however you want it. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up for the cassette player mode and the accessories. So let's get into transformation for Soundwave. So the transformation is very simple. So first what you want to do is you want to take this section here and rotate it up just like that. And you want to take this section here and just rotate it down. Do the same thing on the opposite side, just like that. And you want to take this panel here and you want to just rotate it inwards. Do the same thing on the opposite side, and you want to rotate this section back down. And you want to rotate the legs 180. And you want to open up this panel just like that. And you want to take this heel piece, rotate it rotate it out and rotate the foot out. And with this knee panel here, what you want to do is you want to just push it out just like that. And you want to take this heeled piece and you want to just rotate it back in. And you want to close all of this up. And you want to rotate the foot 180. So do the same thing on the opposite side. What you want to do is you want to open up this panel here. Rotate. And you want to rotate the heel out. Rotate the foot out. And with this knee panel, you want to just push it all the way out, just like that. And you want to take the heel and just push it back in. And you want to close all of this and rotate the foot 180. And you want to take the lower body and you want to rotate it forward 180. And now we got the lower body all done. So now to come up here to the upper body, what you want to do is you want to take the arms and you want to just rotate. You want to rotate this arm and you want to rotate it forward just like that till it clicks into place. Do the same thing on the opposite side, just like that. You want to open up the forearms. You want to open up this forearm, rotate the hand out, just like that. And you want to close the forearm back up. Do the same thing on the opposite side. You want to open up this forearm, and you want to rotate the hand out, and you want to close the forearm back up, just like that. And you want to come around here and just open up these panel sections here. And you want to take the ion blaster and you want to just rotate it out just like that. And do the same thing on the opposite side with the shoulder cannon, just like that. And you want to open up this back section here, and you want to reveal the head sculpt, just like so. And you want to close all of this back up until it clicks into place. And last but definitely not least is you want to just go ahead and you want to take these two panels and you want to just close them just like that. And you want to snap that into place just like that. And what you want to do is you want to take the shoulder cannon here, and this peg will come here to the slot. So what you want to do is you want to just peg that into place just like that. And now you want to double check everything, and it looks like we are done. So when you're done, there you have Soundwave in his robot mode. So here's Soundwave in his robot mode, and holy crap, he looks like a total badass in his robot mode. And I think they captured the likeness of him perfectly well from the G1 cartoon and the 1986 animated movie. And this looks like this was ripped straight out of the G1 cartoon and the 1986 animated movie into a Studio Series figure. And I think they done a fantastic job of capturing the likeness of him to make him a lot more accurate. But I think there's like one or two things about the robot mode that could have used some improvements. But overall, the robot mode here looks fantastic. So as we take a look at the color scheme for the robot mode, he does have the blue. Yeah, he does have the blue, yellow, silver, and the red color scheme that's integrated on each single angle of the robot mode. What I really like about the color scheme, it feels more solid, it feels more dense, it is well sculpted, and also everything for the color scheme stays on perfectly well. And I also like the sculpted details that's integrated on each single level and angle of the robot mode. And you can pretty much tell exactly what the sculpted details look like. The sculpted details don't get lost with this figure. I think the way they integrated the sculpted details look really nice. Now, let's talk about this problem once again. Now, since I did talk about the clear plastic for his cassette player mode, now we're going to talk about this for his robot mode. Now, unlike the cassette player mode and now for the robot mode, my only issues with the figure, he does have the the clear plastic components. Now, honestly, I think the clear plastic wasn't really necessary. It would be nice if they add like a cel shaded blue and white color scheme, or just to make things a lot more accurate to the G1 cartoon. It would be nice if they add like a light pale blue color scheme for for the chest unit for this clear plastic component here. But instead they went with a clear plastic component instead. But what I really like about the chest unit, what I really like about the chest unit here, he does have this this sculpted detail right about here, and he does have the Decepticon symbol slapping and centered on the front of the chest unit. But like I said, well, most likely the chest unit, it does look really unique and well sculpted, but the clear plastic is something the clear plastic is something I might have to get used to. But like I said, it would be nice if they add like a like a light blue color scheme for the chest unit. And as we swing around the back section, now with the backpack section here, I think those who do have this figure do have issues with the backpack, and I think there's some people who do have this figure don't have any issues with the backpack. But with me, I'm most likely just mixed of both of not having any issues and a little bit of having a lot of issues with the backpack being on his back. But in the G1 cartoon, his back section is just the back section is actually pretty clean, and also it cleans up the back section perfectly well in the G1 cartoon. But as a Studio Series figure, he does have the backpack that's actually compressed on the back of the robot mode for his back section. With the backpack here, this is something I'll have to get used to. The backpack does stick out a lot, well, most likely a little bit. But the backpack section here, like I said, this is something I'll have to get used to. But the backpack section isn't that bad, but overall, I think the backpack section, it would be nice if they hide the backpack here to make the back section a lot more cleaner, but instead they went with this look instead. And what's really interesting is something I did not expect about the robot mode. He does have the extra elbow joints. He does have the extra elbow joints just like this. And this is the way he can actually press his button right about here. Just like that. Yeah, just like that. And also the same thing goes on the opposite side. Just like that as well. And what's really interesting is also you can actually open up the chest unit for his robot mode. You can actually press this button and bam. There you have it. And I also do like the shoulder cannon. The shoulder cannon is well sculpted. I like the red and the blue. I do like the red and the blue sculpted details and the color scheme for the shoulder cannon. I think they really knocked it out of the park. with the shoulder cannon, and I think it is well accurate to his shoulder cannon from the G1 animated series. And also he does have the five he does have these five buttons for his crotch piece and his skirt in his two skirt pieces. He does have he does have these five buttons for his crotch piece and his skirt pieces for the front section as well as the back section as well. And also the way they sculpted the arms and the legs and the hands and the feet look well accurate to his animated counterpart. I think they really captured the likeness of his arms and his legs perfectly well for the front section and the back section as well. Now, as we take a look at this badass G1 accurate head sculpt, the head sculpt really screams what Soundwave's head sculpt looks like from the G1 cartoon, and I think this really captures the likeness of his head sculpt perfectly well. He does have the red. He does have the red for the visors or for his eyes. He does have the cleared. I'm sorry. He does have the plastic silver. He does have the plastic silver for the mask plate as well as these two sections here, and he does have the blue for the helmet piece. And for the rest of the robot mode, I think they really knocked it out of the park. But like I said, I think there was like one or two things about the robot mode that could have used some improvements. But overall, I think the robot mode I think they've done a really good job of. I think the figure itself does get the job done perfectly well, and the way they manage to capture the likeness of his robot mode. I think they really captured the likeness for his robot mode perfectly well, and I think they've done a fantastic job. But overall, the rest of the robot mode looks pretty amazing. But like I said, there was like one or two things about the robot mode that could have used some improvements. But overall, the rest of the robot mode looks amazing. So, for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. He can look up. He can look a little bit down, but he can look forward. He can look this way. He can look that way. He can move his arm, elbow joint, wrist joint. He can move this arm, elbow joint, wrist joint. He can move his body. He can move his legs. He can move these two skirt pieces, knee joints, and ankle joints. So we're gonna take a look at his cassette troops. So starting off with is Laserbeak. I think Laserbeak, he does look pretty good, but I think it's the wings that kind of throws me off a little bit. But I think they've done the best they can with the wing sections here, and I think the color scheme for Laserbeak with the black and the red and the plastic silver color scheme, or the off-white color for Laserbeak here for his robot mode looks amazing. The head sculpt looks really nice. He does have the yellow for the eyes and also the black color scheme for his face. But Laserbeak here looks amazing. I also do like the fact that he does have this accessory here for his robot mode. I think this really captures the likeness of his robot mode perfectly well. So with Laserbeak here, I think he he does look pretty good. And with Buzzsaw is the same as Laserbeak. He does look pretty good as well. As we take a look at Buzzsaw here, Buzzsaw, he does have the yellow, he does have the black, yellow, and also he does have the plastic silver color scheme for his robot mode, and he does, and the head sculpt here does look fantastic. He does have the yellow for the eyes and the black for the face, and I think they really captured the likeness of the color scheme and the sculpted details in his robot mode perfectly well. And with Ravage, on the other hand, I hear that Ravage has been getting some. I hear that Ravage has been getting some. I hear that Ravage has been getting some mediocre reactions here, but with Ravage here, I think he looks okay. He's not perfect, but I think the color scheme here looks fantastic. It's the robot mode that actually just kind of grows on me a little bit, but I think he looks fine. He's not nearly as I don't think he's nearly as good as Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, but they've done the best. I think they've done the best they can to try to capture the likeness of what Ravage looks like. But what I really like, he does have these two missiles for the back section as well as the tail section as well. So yeah, the sculpted details and the color scheme for his robot mode looks amazing, but the rest of the robot mode looks fine. So with Soundwave, if you want to get him into action, what you want to do is you want to take the ion blaster, and you will actually poke this out just like so, and you want to grab all of this and just slide it right out just like so. And also, one more thing I forgot to show you, he does have articulation for the fingers as well. I forgot to show y'all that. That's my bad. But yeah, he does have articulation for the fingers. So it doesn't matter which side for his now, if you want to get him into action, so what you want to do, in this peg will come here to one of these slots. It doesn't really matter which hand. I will just put it on this hand. And there you have it. And now he's ready for action. If you want to take one of his his cassette troops here, you can either take Laserbeak, Ravage, or Buzzsaw. It doesn't matter which who. I'm gonna take Buzzsaw here. And you want to take this off. So what you want to do is, if you want to put him back in his cassette tape mode, what you want to do is you want to rotate the head down just like that. You want to take the wings and just rotate them forward, and rotate the legs upwards, and take the wings and just rotate them back just like that. And now he's back in his cassette. And now he's back in his cassette tape mode. And you want to push this button. And you want to go ahead and just push this into place. And there you have it. And now he has his troops. And now Soundwave has his troops all together. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up for this video for Studio Series Soundwave from Transformers the movie. So if you have this figure, what are your initial thoughts? Do you like it or you don't like it? What are some things you like? What are some things you don't like? Let me know. But with me, I think with Soundwave, Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, and Ravage here look amazing, but it's Ravage's robot mode that looks fine, but I think Laserbeak and Buzzsaw's robot mode look amazing. And also, Soundwave's robot mode also looks amazing, and also their alt modes also look fantastic. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up for this video for Studio Series Soundwave from Transformers the movie. And there's nothing much else to say, so be sure to like, subscribe, press the notification button, follow me on Instagram, and comment down below. And I'll see y'all on my next video, and thank you for watching.